What is going on, guys? It is your boy, Mr. Valentine, in the house, and holy macar hater man, Roni, was this season 8 literally pure? It seems like maybe 90% of the cast members were all just man haters. Like, it the girl who's never been in a relationship, she clearly has anger issues towards dudes. Like she has so much resentment. Like, dude, whoever ends up dating her is probably gonna get the nag, 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 constant bickering, constant fighting. It's never gonna be a peaceful day. It's always going to be arguments. And then you had the chick who I suspect is lesbian because her whole personality is literally about being BLM and LGQRS, and it's like there's like nothing else to her in depth other than those things, and it's like the guy who has a religion, which I respect, actually is willing to compromise and make things work because I think that's healthy. I think there's certain things that like to cut off, but he was willing to make it work. And the hostess of Love is Blind, that chick, who clearly is a man hater and is incredibly biased, tells the girl, like, yeah, you got to keep sticking to your standards. And then tells the guy, yeah, it seems like there's a lot of growing for you. Growing? What the fuck is growing? Like, the dude was trying to make something actually work. Like, he knows that there's no such thing as a perfect person. You're going to have differences, disagreements, and like the fact that they were just shitting on him for that. Like, if anyone should have the real strong stance, it should be him, not her. You're not even lesbian. As long as he's respectful, doesn't matter. And yet he was willing to compromise with that. Like what? And then Nick Bittacook Nashay says, oh, like, haven't you, slept with someone one day and then the next day you met, the love of your life? Like, what kind of question is that? Like, logistically, that doesn't stop you from meeting another person. Like, unless the person you slept with is still hanging out with you, why wouldn't they? Like, it wouldn't stop it. What would stop is the potential of meeting someone who you fall in love with and it actually growing. There is no there is no bad reasoning for a guy to feel incredibly uncomfortable with that. Like that's not like girls have incredibly stupid ass standards, right? They a girl wants their equal but wants a guy who makes more money, a guy who is taller and a guy who has a better build. But equal. And yet a guy has a standard of I don't want a girl who gets tossed around and like, no offense, there's probably a reason why that guy didn't want to date her. And there's probably a reason why she kept that dude around. And all I'm saying is that, and I'm not saying she was into him, maybe at some point, but like probably towards the end of her messing around, she probably was totally clocked out and just was like fucking around. But like for them to come at him for that, like that's ridiculous. Like, yeah, if it bothers you, it bothers you. One can argue this guy should have cut it off from the beginning he met the girl and realized that that happened. But at the same time, you have to understand that if anything, it shows that he's more genuine because it shows that he has strong feelings. And when you have strong feelings, you don't let go easily. If he didn't have strong feelings, guess what? He would have wrapped that up right away. But he didn't. So like give some grace. He's not intentionally trying to torture this chick. He's just literally having a struggle. Has nothing girls love using this draw four card of like, oh, you have a standard. Oh, you're bothered by something. Oh, you must be insecure. It's like Girls can literally be insecure that you had an ex, that your ex was hot, that you fucked someone, you have, blah, 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 all these things. They're never insecure. They're super confident. They're queens. But the minute a guy has something that bothers him, no accountability, just out the fucking window. Like, this whole season was just like boring in the pods and then completely shitting on dudes the whole entire time. And to be fair, anyone who watches this show with their girlfriend, as I have, or girl they're talking to, or whatever, it's always been like that. Like, let's be honest, these type of shows. And with that hostess, like, it's been a few times where like she will like the girl's clearly a bitch. I'm beeping that out. She will like, be soft on her. I guess he just wasn't the one for you. And then the guy who reacts the same way or not as bad, you're the fucking worst person. You're a piece of shit. Like, oh, like, whoa, why isn't that same energy towards the women? Like, it's it's just, but this season, like, it really was highlighted the amount of man haters, if we want to use terms, misandry in this show was just like, it's all over the place. Like, damn, like, okay, girls, why are you even looking for a dude? You clearly hate them. You clearly hate them. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. So, I don't know, man. That season was started off as boring and then just pure man hatred. So, that's all I got for you guys, man. Let me know what you thought. I'm going to get to this and start baking some cookies. Peace out. Deuces. Much love.